Once a month or so, we invite healthy, happy, chatty chef Garry Steele to Studio 4 to add to our culinary skills and knowledge. Today, he's adding interesting spices to fruit rather than stews. It is my pleasure to welcome Garry Steele back to Studio 4 to tell us more.
Hello, hello, hello.
Where's your cart? Last time you had a cart.
I did, my One Planet cart, my zero-emission catering delivery.
Yes, has it gone broke or what?
No,
Okay.
it hasn't gone broke. It's doing very well. It's zero-emission delivering right now as we speak.
Exactly,
it's busy, thank
exactly.
God. So yes, we're going to use stone fruit. Really, really interesting facts about stone fruit when I did my research on stone fruit. It's really cool.
What does stone fruit mean?
Stone fruit actually is a modern term. I'm going to get started while we're just chatting, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pip the peaches and the stone fruit.
You are, eh?
Really simple.
You're
put my knife
pipping,
around
are you?
it. Oh, now this is great. I'm so glad this has happened. Look, this pip is actually snapped. See how half of it's in one side of the fruit and half of the other?
You call it a pip or a pit?
Pip, pit.
I don't know. I call it a pit. I thought you said it's a pip.
Well, it's pip, pit.
Pip, pit.
Pip, pit.
Maybe it's a pip and a pit.
It's both. So here, just when you have a broken pit, as such.
Oh, maybe your other term's right.
No,
we'll have to look it up.
I bet you are. Just quarter it and twist it, and it'll pop right off. And then you can just peel it out like that. It's really easy.
Okay.
So stone fruit are members of the rose family.
What?
I know. And stone fruit basically denotes a fruit where the shell is on the inside of the fruit. So the pit is on the inside of the fruit. And the stone is a superior ovary. I so wanted to tell you that today. That was
well, I have those.
Because I knew if anyone had a superior ovary, it was you, my darling. I
we have
knew.
2 ovaries.
Having met your daughter, I know that you have a superior ovary.
Yes, very much so. I make beautiful children.
You're gorgeous, stunning children.
Stunning children.
Plums, I used in the one that I'm going to show you in a second. There were green plums, these beautiful,
those are beautiful,
gorgeous big plums, and then there's these prune plums as well, which I really love for color. Now these are a little harder to pit, so what I do is basically just slice these around the pit.
And, well, sometimes the pits come right out. Boom.
Yeah, well, this one you'll see
it's kind of have all the meat on them.
Yeah,
so
the meat
what
is still
determines
attached.
That? Are you a scientist?
No, and that actually, though I will harbor a guess, is purely a growing situation. The cherries, plums, and nectarines, all these kind of things are all in this same family. And so it's basically the flesh, and I think the flesh to stay onto the fruit has to adhere somehow, and I think that's why.
So what about the figs?
No, the figs in 2 seconds. Yes, we're going to do the figs in just 2 seconds.
Well, sometimes you forget things, so I'm just prompting.
And you're here, my darling, to help me out.
I know.
So, into half a cup of water, we're going to put a couple of tablespoons of curry powder. And the blend that I make my curry powder with is I use a little bit of chili, a little bit of coriander, some turmeric, some cloves, and a tiny little bit of spice I like to put in there.
So you make your own curry?
I make my own blend, but there are about 14 spices that make curry blend. And their derivatives change from region and within families within that region. So curry blends are a very, very individual thing. They're not, there's some staples, but they're not too strict. Take the curry mixture. You can put a tiny nobbin of butter in there if you want to.
This is good for Thanksgiving, I'm thinking.
Really excellent for Thanksgiving.
Really?
This goes into a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes and just bakes away. And when it's finished, so this I'll show you it raw, and this is it finished cooked.
So easy peasy.
Super easy. And look how it keeps its form and its shape. That's a key for me. I like that element of it.
Ooh la la, can
so
you lift that?
I can, it's very heavy, but I can.
Good.
So how do you use this kind of, this warm product? So I'm going to show you a few techniques. First one we're going to do is, I'll take that off your hand.
I know.
You look like you're a little bit
about murder,
lost. Yeah, I'm a little concerned here, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of pieces of beautiful gray cod. Is just
What's the difference in gray cod? Just a species, like the trolley sole, or
just species. So coat it in
gray cod, ling cod.
Yeah, all of the cards. There's Alaska, there's black. I'm going to take a little tiny bit of butter, take the cod that's coated in the oats, and lay it onto the
Yum.
skillet.
One side you coated for a
I
reason?
only coated one side, yes, because that's going to be our presentation side. And I want it to have a crunch. I don't want it to overtake what's going on.
Okay.
So you can do that with the fish. Really simple, really elegant little accompaniment. We're going to take just some green onions and some Swiss chard and put them on to the skillet. Again, a tiny, tiny little bit of butter, and put the Swiss chard on there. And you're thinking, what does that have to do with stone
I don't
fruit, Garry?
know.
So Ian, our producer, has a really cool picture, and I want to show you.
Well, this is
picture.
good. You mean when it's done?
No, now.
Oh,
so this
now.
picture, look at this picture. What is that?
Cranberries.
No, it's not cranberries.
Is this a test?
Yeah, this is a really cool test. It's actually this. It's the pit from the peaches. That is a peach.
That's you and me on the screen
That's me.
now.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what it is. This is it
Oh.
when it first comes out of the peach, and that is it stripped, and it's a peach pit floor. And pit floors in
floor you
Africa,
walk on.
a floor you walk on.
Come
In
on.
Africa, and what they do is they see how they've shaved down the pit just ever so slightly,
Yes.
and then they lay that into a clay, and that becomes the floor.
Well, that's beautiful. Well,
And
no wonder I didn't know what it was.
They use it.
That's a tough one.
That was a tough
That's
one.
a Jeopardy
It
question.
was a really good Jeopardy one, actually.
It is.
But the really
Cranberries,
cool
I
thing-
said. They're large
I know,
cranberries.
they're big ones.
I know.
A really cool thing because it soaks up water, so they use it in spaces within the house where there's water. So when they come in the front door, around the bathroom, that kind of thing, because it's a good
So
soaker.
it absorbs. It was
So-
also beautiful.
I'm going to take one of our, or just a little bit of our. This is one of the things I love doing with this dish, with stone fruits when I've made them. Okay, so I'm going to take. You take your little cups, your
Right, your muffin cups.
muffin cups, yeah.
Your cupcake cups.
This is oats with a tiny bit of butter and just some curry powder blend in there. That's all that is.
Okay.
I'm going to take it and put it into the bottom of the cup, okay?
Right.
And then just over a tablespoon of that goes into the bottom of the cup. And then you can take a piece of your fish and just take some slices. Actually, I'll use this knife, it's a bit bigger. Some slices, and just put them into the top there. And then take some of the stone fruit and put it on top. This is a really cool thing to do. I'm going to take this one and just
This is
slice it down.
artistic.
Very.
Very.
And this is a really cool
This
little.
is the Salvador Dali.
This is the
of
Dali
kitchen.
one. So literally, that's it. And what you would do is you pop that in an oven at 350 degrees for about 15, 20 minutes and bake that, and then bring it out and invert it, and it's a little lunch peach and fish pie.
Of course it is.
And
Yum.
too easy to do and look after, really easy to do. Okay, so we're going to take our fish and just turn it over.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Isn't it pretty? And then we're
Yes.
going to take our chard, and we've done that. So now, we're going to take some of these peaches and nectarines, and in here are nectarines, plums, peaches, the whole thing. And all I'm going to do is I want to warm them. So I'm going to put them face down. And for a person, I would say about 3 pieces is really good.
Okay, I love that grill.
Yes. Well, I like that you can do so many things on it.
I know.
That's my.
And it
my
doesn't
favorite.
seem to stick.
No. It's got a really good base.
Make
So
great pancakes.
we're going to take our chard. Chard right now, beautiful. Salt, pepper, and a little bit of chard. A little bit of orange juice as well is
Really?
amazing.
Lots
Amazing.
of antioxidants in chard.
Tons
good-
of antioxidants. Really, really
good.
good. And beautiful roughage. And you don't want to overcook it. And if you do use a liquid with the chard, then put it into the chard. Make sure the chard and the liquid stay in the dish itself.
Right.
So there we have our cod. And we're going to take our peaches and our nectarines.
Sensational.
Always do the 3 thing as well. You see me when I'm doing, I'm presenting food, I'm usually trying to do a 3. I don't like it to be odd numbers, so 3s are really, really...
3s or 5s?
3s, 5s, 7s are
Flowers
really good.
too.
Flowers too. It's
It's
very,
very
important.
Japanese.
Yeah,
It's very
very,
important.
Very much so,
3s,
yeah.
5s.
One of the other things that I can show you, this is a really cool dish that I do.
Once again, something empty.
Something empty. This, again.
Usually you bring me an empty chocolate
so
box,
usually,
but today.
I actually showed you that it was empty in the inside today, so that's a good thing. So, again, take our savory, this is a savory pie case.
Did you buy that made?
No, I actually, yes. Well, at Whole Foods, they have these
The truth comes out.
beautiful pastry, and I am a really bad baker. Like, it hurts to watch me bake.
okay.
Alchemy is not my thing, man. I like the mixing and the creating,
Right,
but the alchemy is not my thing.
So you mean that comes raw, or that
it comes raw, and you just bake it. So what I do
already
is
formed.
Already formed like this, yeah.
Okay.
And I just popped it into a blind baked it into an oven, about 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, just to crisp it up. So what I do is I put the peaches in here, or the stone fruit in here, and then if I have leftover anything, so leftover, say, we'll just use this as an example. Say I do have chard that's left over. I'll put some chard on the top, and then I'll grate some cheese on top of that, and I'll bake that.
Delicious, because the curry takes away the sweet from the fruit.
Totally.
Yum.
And I'm a big fan of the fruit and savory thing. We've always done that together, so I'm a big fan of those components. I really enjoy them. So keys to remember about stone fruit. The quiche is just another idea to serve for a lunch.
I know you're running out of time.
No, but I'll show you. This is a great lunch that I do at the house. Again, just half that quiche, and just take the stone fruits. I always like a little bit of color, a little bit of crunch, so let's take some green onions and a little bit of the charred leaves, lovely raw, like that, and then just take a couple of tiny bits of the fruit. So once this is, see the complexity of this? Once this is made, this fits so many dishes.
That could be Thanksgiving breakfast.
Totally. Oh,
Couldn't it?
That's
How
huge,
beautiful is that?
Really
Big pumpkin
huge
in the middle of the table.
And take a little bit of that curry jus and drizzle that over.
That's lovely.
And that could be a stunning.
I can hardly wait. The crew is gathering. As you
yes,
know, they
I can see them. The
gather
hawks,
when you're here.
The vultures are
The vultures are coming in.
It was
nice
lovely
to see
seeing you.
again.
Lovely working stone fruit. I wanted to do this one for a while.
I know. Garry Steele, our resident chef. And you can catch all of our conversations on YouTube or follow us on Twitter at Fanny Studio 4. On Monday, famed industrial designer Ross Lovegrove, UK's maestro of form, the man who helped design the Sony Walkman, spreads the word about daring design. And marine biologist Sarika Kala Suzuki highlights the amazing marine life in the Pacific Northwest and stresses why conservation is so important. Plus, singer and founder of the Irish Rovers, George Miller, drops in to chat about his 45 years in the music biz. Thanks for watching Studio 4. There will be lots more on Shaw TV, only on Shaw TV. Well, voila. Voila, darling.